Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers. Welcome to a new series on the channel called Nationalist Iceland. We will explain everything about that series and what the rules are and the goals and everything like that, and we'll reveal the club in today's episode. But before we get into all that good stuff, I would actually like to thank a couple of you guys in the comment section who left a comment on yesterday's video because I was afraid no one would click and comment, and I thought people forgot and moved on. Luckily, that was not the case, so I just want to say a big thank you to Wilfred Williams, a Doctor Who, Stephen Daly, Dr. FC Mike, Matthias Andrews, Jay Henderson, and David Birch. Big thank you to you guys, and let's get into the save. And a new club for this save to build up and donation to be able to alongside it is Vestri from Iceland. I would love to say the first name, but someone would have to explain how to pronounce those words. If I was to guess, Ibrogtafilgerdi Vestri, but we'll just stick to Vestri for now. Our manager, as you can see in the bottom left, is Alvaro Navarro. So he's a player from the previous save on the channel. If you didn't see it, it was the Youth Academy challenge save of Whitby Town. And Alvaro Navarro was probably the best name we got from that save. The previous one was with a club legend. We didn't really... Thing is, no one really... You couldn't really get attached to the players because we didn't have any gameplay, and it was just like the season reviews. So you have to just kind of base it off like what I show you and the numbers and the name. And I thought Alvaro Navarro had the best name. He was a decent footballer. I guess you could have gone Connor O'Keefe, or you could have gone Handy Sides. He was there from day one, and he played over like 500 games for the club. He wasn't like exceptional. There was also an Icelandic player. We only had one the whole save. His name was like Snei Bjornsson, maybe something along those lines. Snakel Bjornsson, something like that. But I decided to go with Alvaro Navarro. I put in his height, weight, birth. Well, I tried to give him the date he was born on is correct, except for the year he was born. He was born in 2015. We can't do that yet, so he was born in 2002, I believe, in the game. And yeah, his nation of birth and all that stuff is all correct. We'll explore the club together and look for the squad in just a second. Meeting every month. I don't know. I don't you really look for those meetings. But yeah, let's just go to club info and quickly to explain the series and the rules. They should be popping up on screen now. Okay, rules. We have to stay at Vestri the whole save. We can only use Icelandic players to build up the club, and we have to manage the national team at some stage, and you know that works hand in hand. Those are the rules, pretty much. Only ones. It's quite simple. You can only use Icelandic players. However, sometimes it can get a bit stale on using Icelandic players, and I thought we could have a second nation we would try to build alongside it. So if you guys like the idea, maybe building a second nation, I'll be open to that. I think historically Iceland was discovered by a Norwegian man called Nadod. I don't know what century, but he was discovered by Norway, so maybe we can have some Norwegians. Or we could completely go random and have like Bolivians or something on those lines, or some, I don't know, Montserratians, whatever, right? Build alongside. Those are the rules. If there's any rule changes you'd like to see or add, let me know. And the objectives for the save is obviously to get promoted, because we're starting the second Iceland division, or as it's known, the first division. We are also trying to win a European competition with Vestri. We would like to make sure the first Iceland division is top 10 leagues in the world. Maybe we can go higher depending on how much we're enjoying the save and how long it will take when the full manager comes out, 24 comes out. And the fifth objective is to win a European competition with Iceland. I think a World Cup may be too ambitious. Euros, maybe. And then there's like those Nations Leagues, I think those still exist. So maybe one of those as well would be nice. And those are the objectives for the save. And let's try to develop one wonder kid from our youth academy. That would also be very nice to see. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's have a look at the club. It will just be a quick introduction video to meet the players, meet the club, explain what nationalist stuff means. Actually, we should also probably display what nationalism means on screen, the definition. I don't think it's like cancelable, like I don't think it's terrible. It makes sense with what the rules are of the series. It kind of adds up, so that's probably on screen now. But yeah, the club, Vestry, manager Alvaro Navarro. I'll show you his stats. I made him, he was a national renowned footballer. He played in championship, and then just a Continental C license, because we don't have any more qualifications than that. No reputation, no trophies. Fresh, Switzerland, born in the place he was born in, Switzerland. Yeah, so facilities adequate, training facilities adequate, youth recruitment and junior coaching is average and fairly basic. We were founded as a club. I think what did it say? I think it was like not that long ago, like 2006 maybe. We have two icons, Samuelson and Gudmundsson. Two founders of the club, which is lovely to see. We have a rivalry with, I think maybe you pronounce that Board or Thord or something like that. They have amazing facilities, and Jesus Christ, they've been producing like incredible players over the years. Vestry have actually not won a trophy in their whole history, which hopefully will change that, as they only got promoted to being second, like finishing second in the league. They never actually finished first, and they did the same thing in 2019 to be in the first division, and they're always just second. Yeah, I think that's everything we can show you about the club. Well, actually, probably maybe like staff. Do we have staff? That's actually a good question. So we have managing director Peterson / assistant manager. Also, should we make staff on the Icelandic? I mean, Alvaro Navarro is already Swiss, so I guess that's out the window. I think that's a bit too much. We have an assistant manager / player, Daniel Osuvbadu. Well, he's had to get sold or released, as we can't, play foreign players. A. Björn Bjarnarsson. Is he ahead of youth development? He actually doesn't look no. 16 work of youngsters is nice. 5-2-1-2. Okay, well, we'll keep him for 1 year, see how he does. And coach Christian Rigner Andersen. Okay, well-rounded, not too terrible. Now let's look at squad. I'm afraid of actually, before we look at the squad, let's look if we have any money to spend. I hate that we're gonna say. Okay, 30k to spend, wage budget of 356. Okay, we have some scouting money, but we probably won't spend it. Okay, I'm glad. Do we have a youth team? We have under 19s. Okay, so maybe it'll be worth looking for them as well. We have a very young squad. I saw a couple 16-year-olds in there. David Navi Sernierin, fullback, striker. Sorry, he can actually play. He's got okay pace. And I need to fix this stat. I hate when this happens. Beginning of every save, you have to go and change all that stuff, but I'll fix it off camera. I'll be ready for the next episode. A Hordur Kristen Newham, another 16-year-old. I'm a bit skeptical. Another striker. Is he better than everyone? Okay. We probably need a scout. Maybe one scout would be nice. Okay, midfielder / centre back, 6'2". Okay, I like the look of him. He looks like a solid. Oh, he's French. Of course he's French. Why wouldn't he be French? So we have to sell him now. We can't start him in the starting 11. Brilliant. Probably our best player, Oriel Norst. Again with Daniel Osofubadu. Benedict. He's 15, and I think he's a bright star for the future, which is just brilliant. Starting maybe. Please no. Spirited. 15-year-old goalkeeper. He looks quite good. Ilias Sangani, Zimbabwean. We also had our own Patrick Amadou from Zimbabwe. He looks pretty good. 15 off the ball, 15 flair. Unfortunate. Is he Icelandic? Yes. Okay, we have a first. Okay, we're first in goalkeeper who doesn't look terrible, so we don't have to sign one, which is great. 16-year-old midfielder. He's got some pace, I guess. Svarnarsson. Wow. He can play every single position except for goalkeeper. That's insane. He's not even like crazily well-rounded to be able to do that, but that's very, very useful. Mr. Svarnarsson. I'm excited, not excited, but I'm happy he's here. I think the theme is in Iceland that the best players are not Icelandic, which is a very big concern. Vladimir Tufegdzic from Serbia. I nailed that name. I know I did. Yeah, well, goodbye, sir. Varen. Oh wow. Okay. Whoa. What's going on? Why can everyone just play in every single position? I've never seen that. I thought it's rare, but apparently it's every player. Are they professional in this? They're semi-professional. They're in the Conference League. Because I'm pretty sure Björn League are the best Icelandic club from my memory of. I'm trying to remember, but maybe. Warren, okay, 20 years old, 5-step potential, can play every single position, 15 flair. I think he's the future. He is the future of the club, starting 11. Leader, Benedict. And he do it for us. Oh, Sweden. There was also a comment that we should start in Sweden. And it was literally 50-50 when I was making the thumbnail and deciding. I flipped a coin and landed on Sweden, on Iceland, but it was very close between Sweden and Iceland. As I said, came down to a coin toss. Daniel Agnar Argersson, 25 years old, so technically in his prime. Yeah. Not crazy prime. Baldvinsson, again, same thing with him, 5'7", winger. The looks of it. Keniera, that's an interesting name. That's it. Yeah, there you go. Is he also from a different nation? No, okay, that doesn't sound like a very Icelandic name. Faroese. Oh, Faroe Islands. Yeah, there's a bit of history between that. Originally, the man who discovered Iceland was supposed to sail to the Faroe Islands. He drifted off course and landed in Iceland and called it Snowland originally because of all the snow. So that's a fun fact for you there. Yeah, maybe we could try. I don't think there's going to be any players well signing from the Faroe Islands. But yeah, there's a bit of history behind that, and he looks pretty tired. Einarsson, proper just midfielder, 5'7", potential, 17 years old. 14 pace, 14 acceleration, fullback, 10 tackling. 4 marking is terrifying, and 4 positioning. He is not going to be a fullback. Thank you very much. Modu foul. You have a couple of. I think in Iceland the rules are you can only have 3 foreign players, so not in the EU, I believe. Anyways, but there's usually a lot of Brazilians that turn up on the shores of Iceland. Typically, last time I did a save like 3 years ago, off camera. That used to be the case. Gerason Gadbamosi. I'm just going to skip past, not to upset myself. Helgason, 5'9" centre back, so probably a fullback. Madsen, a Danish player. And he is definitely our best player. He is old. Well, it pains me to sell him, really. I hope, well, we're probably not going to get money for him. Just pretty. Scary thing is, if we don't manage to sell them, we're going to upset all these players, and that's going to ruin cohesion, all that stuff. Nikolai Madsen, has he ever played like played in Germany, 3rd Liga? He played, is that the first Norwegian division? Or Danish division? Pretty sure it was. So, good for Helgas, no, Madsen, but Breton Mahmoud, Iwan Bambuda, Nacho Gil, Spanish. Oh, Jesus. We have our best players are foreign. North, yeah, okay, and that's the whole squad. So I hope you had a good time meeting them. Most of them will have to be sold and replaced. And then if we just have a quick look at under 19s. Why not? Let's see if there's some hidden gems in the under 19. Wait, are these the players that already? Are they like they're playing for both? Yeah, okay. They play for both teams. They've already been promoted. There is no under 19. Spoiler alert. Okay, so that's the club. Well, this is just a quick introduction episode. Actually, I don't know how quick I got through the squad. Also, our team played in there's a pre-season Icelandic Cup that I just skipped forwards past. And they lost 4 out of 5 games in it, so morale is pretty terrible. And now we're going to sell our best players. I think first season might be a bit of a disaster. I'll be... What club vision? Club vision. Grow the club's reputation within world budget. Mid-table. Okay, maybe, yeah, this season is probably not going to be promotion, I'll be honest. It looks like we've got a lot of building and rejuvenating and just changing a lot of things in the club. But yeah, this was the first episode. This was the Vestry squad. If you have, again, any rule changes or suggestions for what to do, like, do you want to see a second nation be built alongside Iceland? And yeah, like, if you enjoyed the save, if you're excited for it, do let me know. If you made it this far into the video, you enjoyed it to some capacity, so do leave a like, do subscribe to not miss an upload of this new series, and I promise I'm going to be more consistent. I figured out a way to manage myself to not get burnt out and to enjoy the save and make the most of it. Now we have objectives, we can measure success in this save, which we didn't do in the previous one. So yeah, I hope to see you probably Monday, most likely. I'll do some signings and we'll probably meet you on the first day of the season. See you then, bye.